Friends,
Good afternoon, sir.
so in last class we discussed about the some gas laws. What is that? Boyle's law, Charles law, right? What is Boyle's law? Boyle's law. Students, what is the Boyle's law?
At constant temperature, pressure is inversely proportional to volume.
Uh, at constant temperature for a fixed amount of gas, the pressure is inversely proportional to its volume. P is proportional to 1 by V. Charles law. And one more statement is there for Boyle's law. What is that? The product of pressure and volume at constant temperature is always constant for a fixed amount of gas, right? And the next one is Charles law. What is the Charles law? For a fixed amount of gas at constant pressure, the volume of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That is one statement. And another one is the volume of gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 times of its initial volume when increasing 1 degree Celsius temperature at constant pressure for a fixed amount of gas. That is the Charles law. In those two, we discuss isotherms and isobars. Isotherms means curves obtained between pressure versus volume is known as the isotherms at different constant temperatures. Next one is isobars. The curves obtained between volume versus temperature at constant pressures, different constant pressures, is known as isobars. So now today discuss Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law is a simple law. Boyle's law is the pressure volume relation. Charles law is the volume temperature relation. And Gay-Lussac's law is pressure temperature relation. Pressure temperature relation. Okay. So for a fixed amount of gas means constant volume. Amount of gas N is constant. The pressure of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. P is proportional to capital T, which is known as the Gay-Lussac's law. Got it, students? What is Gay-Lussac's law? For a fixed amount of gas, pressure is directly proportional to absolute temperature. This P is proportional to T, capital T that is. So if we remove the proportionality, then P is equal to KT. Here you see this, which is also in the straight line form, that is Y equal to mx. So here at different constant volumes, if you plot the graph, the curves obtained pressure versus temperature is known as the isocourse. So here what we are taking, x-axis on temperature is taking on x-axis, pressure are taking on y-axis. Okay, for fixed amount of gas we are taking. So for that, generally the gas molecules is except the pressure. So that's why which will be start from here only. That will be straight line. Okay, so like this. That will be always straight line. Okay, so which will be throw on origin. This is the P1, P2, P3, sorry, P1, V2, V3, V4 at constant volumes V1, V2, V3, V4, where V1 is less than, V2 less than, V3 less than, V4. Okay, so at fixed amount of gas, that is at V1, it will be straight line which will go through a origin. Similarly, another constant volume, that is V2, is the straight line, and another one more constant volume V3 which will go through a origin. So this is the isobars. These are V1, V2, V3, V4. The curves obtained between pressure versus temperature at different constant volumes is known as the isocores. So these are called isocores. See, from this only you can say that from law only you can obtain the graphs, which is in the form of straight line, that is without intercept form. Okay, got it, students? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You wrote this one statement under. Okay, so next one is Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law. Equal volume of gases contains equal number of gas molecules under same conditions, means similar conditions, that is at constant temperature and pressure. Here the pressure, temperature, volume, here at a constant volume. It is the at constant volume. So that means N is constant. Okay. But Avogadro's law is at constant temperature and pressure. Okay. So mathematically, which can be represented as V is proportional to N. So here V equal to K into N. But what is the M here? Amount of substance. I told you. What is that Avogadro's law here? Equal volume of gases contains equal number of gas molecules. That means, for example, if you take hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, equal volume of hydrogen and oxygen we are taking, that is 1 liter and 1 liter. If H2 gas contains X number of H2 gas molecules in 1 liter, similarly, the same number of gas O2 molecules will be present in 1 liter of O2 gas. Got it? But we know that at STP conditions, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters volume. Similarly, at 1 mole of any gas contains Avogadro number of molecules. Right? So what is Avogadro number here? Na, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 power 23. So here, if you take the 1 mole of gas at STP, for example, 1 mole of H2 I am taking, 1 mole of O2 I am taking here. Okay. So 1 mole of gas means at STP, what is the volume here? 22.4 liters of volume. Similarly, O2 also having the 22.4 liters of volume, right? So equal volume of gases we have, that is 1 mole means 22.4 liters of hydrogen and oxygen we are taking. Okay, so the number of gas molecules in H2 gas is equal to Avogadro number. Why? Because 22.4 liters volume is the 1 mole. Similarly, the same way, oxygen also having the same number of gas molecules, that is O2 molecules. So what is that? 1 mole of H2, that is 22.4 liters of H2 contains Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 power 23 H2 molecules. Similarly, O2 also contains 6.022 into 10 power 23 O2 molecules. Got it now? This is the Avogadro's law. So that means simply we can say that equal volume of gases contains equal number of gas molecules, that is equal number of moles. Right, Emma? Number of, for example, if you take 11.2 liters it is. This one also 11.2 liters. So 11.2, 11.2. Equal volume of H2 and oxygen. 11.2 liters means those are contain same number of molecules. How many that is? That is 11.2 liters means 0.5 mole. 0.5 mole. That means half mole. 1 mole contains Avogadro number. Half mole means Avogadro number by 2. So that is 3.011 into 10 power 23 gas molecules. Understood this point, all of you? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please respond immediately. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then I can go for further. Okay, man? If you're not understanding, if you're not getting concept, then immediately ask me. So here, this is for understanding. I explained this. But remember here, 1 mole of gas occupying 22.4 liters at STP. That is at STP condition. What is that? Standard temperature and pressure. The temperature and pressure conditions, depending upon that, the volume will be occupied by the gas. That is, standard temperature is 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin temperature. Pressure is 1 atmosphere. Then the volume occupied by the gas is 22.4 liters. Okay. But nowadays, the standard pressure they are considering 1 bar pressure. So the temperature is the same, 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin temperature. But here, occupying volume by the gas is 22.7 liters. Why? Because 1 atmosphere, 1 bar equal to 0.987 atmosphere. So means less than 1. So the pressure is decreasing so that the volume of the gas is increases. Okay. So that's why it is increasing from 22.4 liters to 22.7 liters. Got it, all of you? Okay. So that points you have to remember. Okay. So now here come to the Avogadro's law here, which can be represent V is proportional to N mathematically. So V equal to K into N. But we know that N value is, what is the N value? How to calculate the number of moles of gas? What is the
Weight
formula?
by gram molecular weight.
Yeah. What is the N formula? That is weight by molecular weight or gram molecular weight. That is the molar mass. Okay. So you substitute this value in this. Okay. So then what you will get? V equal to K into W by M. So now this can be rearranged as M equal to K into W by V. But what is the W by V? Weight by volume is a density. So M equal to K into D. So K is the constant here. So if you remove the constant, what you will get here? M is proportional to D. So that means at constant temperature and pressure, the density of any gas is directly proportional to its molecular weight or molar mass. Understood? Okay, ma'am. So these are very, very most important formulas. Okay. So from this, you can write the one formula, that is V1 by V2 equal to N1 by N2. V1 by V2 equal to N1 by N2. Okay, right? So you wrote that statement, Avogadro's law?
No, sir.
Write down. Okay, Avogadro's law. Equal volume of gases. Equal volume of gases contains equal number of gas molecules. Okay. So next one, mathematical representation of. Okay, here are you write under similar conditions. That you write, not this one. There, in statement you write equal number of gas molecules under similar conditions. Under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. That means that same temperature and pressure. Okay.
STP.
Amma?
STP, sir.
Not STP. Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law statement actually.
Equal temperature and
Equal
pressure is
volume of
STP.
gases contains equal number of gas molecules under similar conditions. Under similar conditions, that is at the same temperature and pressure. Same temperature and pressure. Okay. So next line you write. Next point. Mathematical representation of. Mathematical representation of Avogadro's law is. Avogadro's law is V is proportional to N. From here you write V is proportional to N, V equal to A into N, but N equal to W by M. Therefore, V equal to K into W by M. So M equal to K into W by V. So M equal to K into D. So therefore, M is proportional to D. So up to here you write. So here, a statement you write that at constant temperature and pressure. At constant temperature and pressure, at constant temperature and pressure, the density of gas is directly proportional to molecular mass. Molecular mass. Directly proportional to molecular mass. Okay, clear? So these are the gas laws. One is Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law. But here you remember that a gas which can obey the Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law is known as ideal gas. That means in ideal gas, there is no intermolecular forces of the attraction. No force of the attraction. That means there is no intermolecular forces. But practically it is not possible. Theoretically we are telling that. Okay. So write down that ideal gas definition. Ideal gas, subheading. Side heading you put is side heading. Ideal gas. A gas which can abase. A gas which can abase. Boyle's law, Charles law, and Avogadro's law. And Avogadro's law is known as ideal gas equation. Ideal gas. That's it. Is known as ideal gas. Next
Sir,
point.
what about Gay-Lussac's law, sir?
What about?
Gay-Lussac's law, sir. Does ideal gas does not obey the Gay-Lussac law, sir?
No. These three only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next point you write. For ideal gas, there is no intermolecular forces. There is no intermolecular forces. Okay. So now put this heading, ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation, which also known as combined gas equation. Combined gas equation. Okay. According to Boyle's law, what is that? P is proportional to 1 by P, right? P is proportional to 1 by V. Nothing but V is proportional to 1 by P. Okay. According to Charles law, what is that? V is proportional to T. According to Avogadro's law, according to Avogadro's law, what is that? What is Avogadro's law?
V proportional to L. V
V
proportional
proportional
to
to L. Okay. So now, by combining above all statements, we get what we will get here. V is proportional to 1 by P into, so we are combining, into T into N. So PV is proportional to N into T. PV is proportional to N into T. Remove the proportionality, then PV equal to nRT. So this is known as ideal gas equation, where the proportionality constant R is known as gas constant, which also known as the universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. Why? Because the value of R is same for the all gases. If you take any gas, R value is the same. Okay. So now where P is equal to pressure of the gas, V is equal to volume of the gas, N equal to number of moles of the gas, T is equal to absolute temperature, T is equal to absolute temperature. Wrote this one?
Yes, sir.
Wrote that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And R is the next point. R is the proportionality constant. Proportionality constant, which is known as gas constant. Gas constant. Are also known as universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. Okay? Because R value is same. For all gases. Okay. So what is the R value? Okay. So if it is finished, and you will go for that R value. Finish?
Yes, sir.
So 1 minute, sir.
This side finished?
So that's it.
Okay. Shall I erase?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, from ideal gas equation, PV equal to nRT. Therefore, R equal to PV by NT. Right? So here, P is the pressure of the gas, P is the volume of the gas, N is the number of moles of the gas, T is the temperature. Okay. So now we will calculate the R value for 1 mole of gas at STP condition. Okay. At STP, for 1 mole of gas is, for 1 mole of gas. So 1 mole of gas STP. What is that? N equal to 1. What is STP condition here? Standard temperature and pressure. So generally pressure is a in different forms, in different units is there. But STP condition is 1 bar. Volume will be 22.7 liters, right? And temperature is 273 Kelvin temperature, right? So 1 bar pressure, 22.7 liters. It is the STP condition, and the temperature is 273 Kelvin. Okay. At standard temperature and pressure, the volume of the gas is 22.7 liters per n mole of gas, n equal to 1. So by substituting these values, you will get the different R values in different units. Why? Because I told you that in previous class. What is that? Pressure can be expressed in pascals, atmospheres, and bars. Okay, clear? Pascals. If you take the pressure in pascals, and volume we should be taking the meter cube because SI unit. What is the SI unit of the pressure? Pascals. And volume unit is a meter cube. But we know that 1 liter equal to 10 power minus 3 meter cube, which is equal to 1 decimeter cube. So depending upon that, you will get the different values. So that R values are, R is equal to 8.314 into 10 power 5 pascals meter cube Kelvin inverse mole inverse. This is the one value. That means if you are taking the all values in SI units, means pressure and volume. Similarly, so if you take the bar and volume is in liters and temperature is in kelvins, then what you will get it is 8.314 into 10 power minus 2 bar liter, okay, Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So which is equal to 0.08314 into 10 power minus 2 liter bar per Kelvin per mole. These are the units. So depending upon units, R value will be different. Okay. So 1, 2 we have got one more value. R value is equal to 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. This is the SI unit of the universal gas constant. 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. Okay, so these are all, if you take the STP condition, that is 1 bar pressure and 273 Kelvin. Okay, if STP is, that is P equal to 1 atmosphere pressure, volume equal to 22.414 liters, and temperature is 273 Kelvin temperature. Okay, then R value equal to 0.0821 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Okay, so these are all values you have to remember. So depending upon units. So generally in theory, that is in board examination, we can use this value maximum as a unit. But in competitive examination, they are asking R values, means there's some values depending upon the R values, that is first one and second one value. Means you will get that pressure or volume or that one remaining depending upon these values. Pascal meter cube, liter bar per Kelvin per mole. Okay, so this is the ideal gas equation.
Sir, in R that third one is the 10 power 2 not there now, sir.
10 power?
Sir, in third one the 10 power 2 is not there now, sir.
Ah, sorry, sir. By mistake. It is not there. Right. So this 10 power minus 2 only we are converting like this, 0.0831. Clear? So this is the about ideal gas equation. So now from ideal gas equation, you can write the one more equation, that is at a temperature T1, pressure and volume of the gas is P1 and V1. At temperature T2, pressure of the gas is P2 V2. Then P1 by P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. Okay. If you finish that, I will explain. See here, from ideal gas equation, what is that? PV equal to nRT is the ideal gas. PV by T equal to nR. Okay. Here R is the constant is always, but N is if you take the fixed amount of gas, that means the number of moles of gas is fixed, means that is also constant. Okay. So here you can write for fixed amount of gas, for fixed amount of gas at temperature P1, the pressure and volume is R, not is, yeah, R, P1 T1, and at T2 temperature, pressure,
Sir, that P1 comma V1 na sir. Sir, that P1 comma V1 na sir.
sorry. V1 volume means P1 comma V1, pressure and volume are P2 V2. Okay. P2 V2. Okay. Therefore, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to nR. Similarly, okay, P2 V2 by T2 equal to nR, because for a fixed amount of gas we are taking. Fixed amount of gas means amount of gas is fixed, it is constant. N value is constant and R value is always constant. Therefore, P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. So this formula, another formula you will get from the ideal gas equation. Okay, finished?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now next one. Relation between density D and molecular mass M. Molecular mass M. Okay. So now from ideal gas equation, what is the ideal gas equation? What is the ideal gas equation?
P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T1.
No. P is equal to nRT. Ideal gas
PV is equal to nRT.
PV equal to nRT. Okay. PV equal to, what is the n value here? Weight by molecular weight, W by M RT. So this one we can write like this: PM equal to W by V RT. So this M I am bringing this side and V I am bringing this side. Okay, but weight by volume is a density, DRT. So this is the relation between molecular weight and density of the gas, in which the P is constant and T is constant, then molecular mass is directly proportional to density and vice versa. That is, density is proportional to molecular mass. What is that? At constant temperature and pressure, which already explained in case of Avogadro's law. Right? So from this,
Sir, can you please read the last line, sir?
how much?
Not possible. The last line, sir. The last equation.
Pm equal to DRT.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Not visible, it is?
Yes, sir. Here it's blurred, sir.
Huh?
It's blurred, sir. My
Blurred,
network connection problem, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here Pm equal to DRT. So in this equation, molar mass of any gas is constant, no? Similarly, gas constant for any gas is constant. So that means from this P M is constant, R is constant. So then what you will get, P is proportional to D into T. P is proportional to D into T you will get. M constant, R constant. So from this, you can write one formula, that is P1 by P2 equal to D1 T1 by D2 T2. Or that means you can compare you can take the ratio of pressures, also you can take the ratio of the densities of the gases at different temperatures. Okay, so this is a P1 by P2 equal to D1 T1 by D2 T2. If you take the D1 T1, D1 by D2 equal to densities ratio, then what is that? D1 by D2 equal to P1 T2 divided by P2 T1. Okay, so these formulas you have to remember. It is very most important for the numerical problems and also NEET examination. So here one more statement you write. One statement, if you finish that, you write that one. At constant temperature and pressure. At constant temperature and pressure. So here P is constant to T constant, R is always constant. So that at constant temperature and pressure, the density of gas is directly proportional to molecular mass. Density of gas is directly proportional to molecular mass.
So the density of gas?
Density of gas directly proportional to molecular mass of the gas. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
So this is the relation between density and molecular mass. So which is very most important. So remember that formulas, all formulas. So whatever you take from the given data, you can take the formula if you not remember the formula. So what is that? The unique formula, that is ideal gas equation. What is that? PV equal to nRT. So from that formula only you will get the different formulas, that is Boyle's law formula, Charles law formula, and similarly Avogadro's formula. So how it is, for example, PV equal to nRT. So in given equation, in given problem, if the pressure and temperature is constant, then what you will get? P constant, T constant. So R also constant. Then you will get V is proportional to N. Avogadro's law. And similarly, in a given problem, if the volume is constant, okay, so volume is constant and N will be constant, R will be constant, then you will get P is proportional to T, that is Gay-Lussac's law. That is a Gay-Lussac's law. And similarly, and now one more, in PV equal to nRT, for a fixed amount of gas, that means the volume constant, N constant, R is also that one definition. So here, a constant temperature you take. Temperature is constant. That means for a fixed amount of gas. So then this total will be constant. N or T value will be constant. So then what you will get? P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. So what is you are getting? That is the Boyle's law. Okay. So Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law. The Charles' law also you will get. If the P is constant, then N or constant, then V is proportional to T. So for all the combined gas equation it is, from that you can derive that. So that will be the PV equal to nRT. From given data, you just observe that what they given, which is the constant. So remove that, the remaining is the formula for you. Okay, from ideal gas equation. Clear it is, understand, students? Okay, so we'll continue in next class. You put a side heading, that is Graham's law of diffusion. The Graham's law of diffusion, I will continue in tomorrow class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.